Thank you, Mr. Bailey, and thank you to the 7th grade honor band for accompanying us this morning. And they're going to be clearing out of there in just a short order, so at that time, a lot of you folks that are in the sides over here can certainly find a seat there in the middle. Alrighty, well, thank you very much. It's my great pleasure to welcome you here today. And as always, we're going to start our assembly in California with a patriotic observance. So if I can ask you to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm going to ask our student president, Dale Lionheart, to come on up. Dale, if you'd be so kind.
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job. Okay, and not to turn it into too much of an exercise event, why don't you just keep standing because we have an extra treat. We're going to ask Ashley West here to come on up, and she is going to sing a cappella our national anthem. Ashley, thank you very much, dear.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, of the brave.
Please be seated. That is always delightful. Well, good morning. My name is John Lehman. I'm the proud principal of Petaluma Junior High School. Ladies and gentlemen, parents and guardians, welcome to the 8th grade promotion exercises at Petaluma Junior High School class of 2011. I want to take this opportunity to recognize and extend a special welcome to our distinguished guests from the Petaluma City School District, our superintendent, Dr. Greta Begay, Assistant Superintendent of Administration, Mr. Steve Bowman, Director of Special Services, Ms. Tricia Rask, Director of Human Services, Mr. Ron Everett, Director of Student Services, Mr. Dave Rose, Director of Educational Services, Ms. Jane Escobedo. Welcome. I would also like to welcome trustees of the Board of Education, Ms. Sherry Chalowski, Mr. Troy Sanderson, Mr. Mike Badley, Ms. Mary Schaefer, and Ms. Carolyn Tennyson. Welcome, trustees. And of course, we are here to welcome and honor the promoting class of 2011. It has been a pleasure to watch and interact with this class over the course of the last 2 years. Last January, 62% made the honor roll with a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or better. They have exceeded our expectations, significantly raised the bar, and made the average not a C, but a B. This was a class that succeeded in spite of very challenging economic times, budget crunches and furlough days, hence this ceremony in May. But all of this considered a class that made more with less, not merely survived. Congratulations, class. This class used their energy in positive ways. They attended our challenge days in the fall of last year and maintained the message of respect, acceptance, and patience. They were good role models for our 7th graders. Thus, the entire student body had a common vocabulary to define their experiences here and hopefully beyond school. A vocabulary that recognized our greater similarities, our shared values, and rather than focus on our differences as a point to be divisive, they interpreted it for what it was: diversity, creativity, and a source of greater strength. Yes, we are different, unique, but overwhelmingly the same in our core values, our beliefs of respect, acceptance of individual rights, and the power of education. Now more than ever, I urge you students to continue your quest for knowledge. You have 4 years left of compulsory education to take advantage of in high school, while we, your parents, family, and community, strive to improve your opportunities by 2015, another significant year for this class, a benchmark in your lives. I can't predict the future, but I'm optimistic because I have the daily pleasure of being surrounded by unbridled youthful energy, and with that comes hope and confidence. Parents, I have appreciated the advocacy that you have expressed for your children over the last 2 years and strongly encourage you to continue to do so for the next 4. My phone calls and personal interactions with you have been characterized by the most respectful and sincere attempts to support your children. It hasn't been easy, and it will in some instances become even more challenging at high school, but continue your dialogue with your children on a daily basis about their schooling, persistently challenging yourself to find ways to extend and complement their learning. Your words resonate, but your actions are replicated. You are the most powerful role models. Some of the best learning opportunities are family field trips, weekend outings to the city, to the museums, to the beach. Don't be complacent because your child appears to be engaged in social networking on the web. That is no substitute for personal interaction. Our community is replete with opportunities to get involved. The Interfaith Agency that provides a weekly food supplement on Thursday evenings on Western Avenue is a good example. Food is distributed to needy families by a cooperative organization of churches and individuals who donate their time and supplies. I've been there and seen it. Food is distributed without a glimmer of condescendence, but with true compassion. And these gifts are received with gratitude and humility, never a hint of shame. Our Petaluma Junior High School volunteer program, piloted this year by parents, clocked more than 600 hours of support for this school and will be instituted at Kenilworth next year as a result of our success. Congratulations. The message being modeled is clear. Don't wait to be told or even ask for permission to extend your help and support for your community. I have seen your children do it for one another here on campus, and it is recognized and appreciated. Class of 2011, we honor your accomplishments today, but wish to temper this with a perspective. This is a promotion. The graduate start after this, with high school and hopefully college. In spite of the difficulties we face, we here in Sonoma County have a true embarrassment of riches, within 2 branches of the junior college and a state university, all within a 30-minute drive. Take advantage of your opportunities. You will regret it if you don't, and sooner than you think. Find your purpose, and you will in due time inherit all of this and make it better. Continue to be respectful of one another, contribute, participate, bring something positive to the table of human interaction. Be strong enough to compromise when necessary and lead when needed. We are hopeful and we are counting on you. Make us proud. As always, it has been a privilege and a pleasure to be serving as your principal for these 2 years. Thank you. Now, if you would be so kind as to permit me briefly to address our Spanish-speaking community. Thank you. Muy buenos días. Les quiero ofrecer a ustedes, miembros de la comunidad hispanoparlante, la bienvenida y también felicidades tocante a la promoción de sus hijos. Estoy seguro que ustedes están bien orgullosos de sus éxitos y ojalá que ustedes tengan la confianza que ellos estén bien preparados. Y por eso tendrán mucho éxito en el año que viene en la preparatoria de Petaluma High School. Estamos, la comunidad escolar, enriquecidos por sus contribuciones hacia los 2 últimos años. Mantenga la vigilancia para sus niños en el high school y no les dejen perder la oportunidad dorada sacar el bachillerato, graduarse. Sigan haciendo parte de sus actividades y les apoyen a ellos con amor y disciplina. Como siempre, fue un placer tenerles aquí en Petaluma Junior. Ten fe en su habilidad de hacer una diferencia positiva. Felicidades y muchas gracias. Muy amable. Great. Well, at this time we have our first student speech, and I'm going to introduce 3 students who have written this and are going to present it together. I'd like you to recognize Sydney Redfern, Mia Noren, and Maddie Thomas. I want to recognize Maddie as your new freshman class president for next year.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Maddie Thomas.
My name is Mia Noren.
And my name is Sydney Wynn. And we're from Team Apex. On behalf of the future class of 2015, we want to thank you all for coming. It means so much to us that you're all here. Because if it were not for you, none of us would be here ready to take this huge step forward.
You have changed our diapers, hot us when we cried, driven us to soccer practice, checked our homework, and today is a huge step forward to the day when you won't have to take care of us anymore.
To us, this is a lot more than a promotion. Sure, we are promoting into high school, but we are also promoting into a new us. As we look back, we realized we had the narrowest outlook on what the next 2 years would be like.
When we first came here as carefree, fearless elementary school kids, junior high was the only thing that scared us. However, then we realized that the teachers were not that scary, well, most of them anyway, and that we would soon figure out a way to deal with the terrible amounts of homework and tons of social pressure that would soon be heaped upon us.
On the first day of 7th grade, we never could have known that we would have made a bridge out of 200 toothpicks, created literally thousands of note cards, dissected squid before we ate them, or learned a plethora of Greek and Latin roots, all before the first of our 2 years was even over.
And who would have guessed that this year would be such a blur of learning? From the 13 colonies to Civil War from the astronomical units from the moon to the sun, business projects to poetry composition, and from exponents to radicals, all ending last Friday with our trip to Six Flags Discovery.
My mom once told me that in junior high, the first week you cry, the rest of the time you laugh, and the last week you cry again. And as we sit here today, we realize how the dream of becoming a freshman is almost here, and how scary that dream is.
Someone once said that a graduation ceremony is about telling kids who are dressed almost exactly alike that individuality is the key to success. For us, we're beginning to realize that that is indeed true, that we don't have to be identical to our best friend. It's okay to be different. In fact, it's better.
So as we're going off into the next chapter of our lives, from freshman president of the Petaluma High School graduating class of 2015, or Marin School of the Arts, Sonoma Academy, or St. Vincent's Acceptant, we have to say that we are just so appreciative of everything you have done.
We also want to thank the principal, Mr. John Lehman, the rest of the school officials, and most importantly, the teachers, who have taught us so much in and out of the classroom.
These 2 years have been so valuable to us, and we will always treasure them. As we go forward, we reflect on the words of the great poet Nikki Giovanni in her poem, The Drum. Daddy says the world is a drum, tight and hard, and I told him I'm going to beat out my own rhythm. Thank you.
Alrighty, at this time, we'd like to go ahead and invite teachers from Team Achieve to please come on up, and we're going to give some academic award plaques at this time. So Team Achieve, please. That looks like Mr. Lang, Mr. Murphy, and Mrs. Wright. Thank you very much. And Mr. Tucker, Ms. Sullivan, and Ms. Filippo.
These awards from our team are for excellence in each of the individual subjects that we teach. First place for Team Achieve, I'd like to give my plaque to Ashley West.
That is for the Outstanding History Student, and this award goes to Megan Buck.
Outstanding Student in Physical Education for Team Achieve. This student would fight back from injuries and illnesses and would hate it to not be active. Matt Saxton.
The next award is for Outstanding Achievement in Algebra, and this is a student who has surpassed my expectations, and it's the first time I've ever had a student get an A+, 100% all the way through the semester, so this goes to Angel.
This award goes to a student who didn't show a moment of unkindness. When she faltered, she would pick herself up and try to learn from her mistakes. I am in awe of her art, and she's an inspiration to me, and this award for outstanding effort and academic excellence in English goes to Jody McCabe-Brown.
And our team overall excellence award, a student that when we bring our names to the list of who we want to give awards to, everybody had this person on their list. Ella Abeliama.
Thank you very much. Some very deserving students. And if this time I can ask Team Apex to please come up. Team Apex. Coach Long, Ms. Peterson, Ms. Bain, Mr. Day, Mr. Gregg, and Mr. Lemansky.
So before we get started with handing them out, Team Apex, I'd just like to let you know that on behalf of all of us standing up here, we had an incredibly awesome year. You guys were high performers across the board, perhaps the best we've seen, and it was really enjoyable to be teaching you and shepherding you for 175 days. And we wish you all the best going forward. The first one comes from me in the English sector. And you've seen a lot of this person, and you're going to see a lot more of her in our class, which was perhaps the best advanced class I've ever had in 17 years. She was catalyst when we needed some sort of a reaction to start. She was leader when we needed a leader. She was glue when we were falling apart. And she helped write that speech. Come on down, Maddie. Maddie Thomas.
As I've been saying to the students for quite a while now, this really has been one of the best years I've had, and I've been teaching for 15 years. I could have chosen a number of students for the History Award, and the one difference between this student and anyone else that set him apart was the positive energy that he brought to the classroom every day, and that was Jason Benton.
In mathematics, the overall excellence award for Team Apex goes to a student who has excelled both years at Petaluma Junior High. He's been an integral part of the classroom, contributing to class discussions and helping others. He has pushed himself mathematically, always persevering on challenge problems, and he always did the bonus problems on tests. I would like to congratulate Tommy Kennison.
First year teaching 8th grade science, and I have to thank all of my students. You guys were a lot of fun, and it was a great experience for me. For Team Apex Excellence in Science, this student showed up every day with a positive attitude, and really, to me at least, showed a positive or a passion for science, which I really appreciate. So, John Molinari.
Team Apex Excellence in Physical Education goes to a very delightful, extremely athletic young lady that I in my 0th grade PE, and it's an honor to teach you. Just go ahead.
Respect, you can see Team Apex, we're really going to miss you guys. It was a great run, and good luck in high school and beyond. So this last one is our overall award, and this young lady is just a stunning student. She's a leader by example. She works extra hard on everything she undertakes. We had the pleasure of having her older brother last year. Is Al here? He's taking a final. Anyway, Victoria Leone. Last but certainly not least, thanks to all of you for making it possible, because we couldn't do it without you.
And of course, both ways, Team Apex, thank you very much. Good job. Yeah, so you see those numbers were not inflated when I told you, but I should reiterate that in my opening remarks. 62% of the students were on the honor roll. This is a 10-year high for this class. 62%. Well, now we're going to have three special awards, and I'm going to ask Ms. Nancy Emanuele to come on up and give these out. One is for the Robert Kennedy Award, the other one is Teresa Elliott, and the other one is Dick Mickey Adams. Over my tenure here, I had the great pleasure of knowing all three of these individuals, and they exemplified a true spirit, compassion, and real wit, and so you're going to recognize a few students in that vein.
It's a pleasure to present these awards. The Robert Kennedy Award is presented to students who have worked consistently to improve their academic achievement and/or citizenship at Petaluma Junior High School. It's named for Robert Kennedy, a former Petaluma Junior High School assistant principal, who was known for supporting the individual in all of us. Staff remembers Mr. Kennedy as the type of person who would do anything to help a student who was willing to improve his or her performance, academic, and behavior in school. We have two winners this year who've demonstrated commitment to their education by showing growth and maturity and responsibility and making marked improvement in academic achievement. Her teachers have this to say of our first recipient of the Robert Kennedy Award. She has great integrity, is very conscientious, and challenges herself every day to succeed. Jordan Marvin Battersby, please come up and receive your award. His teachers have this to share about our next student. His sense of humor and ability to grasp new concepts are two things that we will remember about him. He stands out in a crowd for his directness, basic kindness, and ability to put his peers at ease. He's coped with remarkable challenges, yet faces life with high spirits and a can-do attitude. Guino Pierre, we honor you this year with the Robert Kennedy Award. That lists the names of the recipients of this award, so you're commemorated forever with Petaluma Junior High School. Next we have the Teresa Elliott Spirit Award. Teresa Elliott was a secretary at Petaluma Junior High School from 1988 to 2003. She treated every person who stepped into the office as family, never said no to a child, and was always willing to help students, parents, and fellow staff with anything that was needed. She invested much time, energy, and consideration in supporting students and staff during her years at Petaluma Junior. This year's winner of the Teresa Elliott Spirit Award reminds our staff of the positive energy and attitude that Teresa exhibited. Throughout the school year, this student has demonstrated all of the character traits we teach at Petaluma Junior High School, always taken initiative to help others, and never said no when asked to assist. She was one of leadership's go-to people to get projects done in class. It is my pleasure to announce the winner of this award, Ms. Dale Leonhardt. And again, a perpetual plaque for her. Our last award in this category is the Dick Adams Award. This gentleman was a longtime custodian at Petaluma Junior High School. He was famous for being a get-it-done kind of person. Any job request or need that a teacher, administrator, or especially a student had, and came to him with was quickly taken care of. He was wholly committed to students and staff at Petaluma Junior High School, and everyone who knew him said that they could count on him to get the job done. Our recipient of this year's Dick Adams Award consistently demonstrates these same qualities. He is intelligent, resourceful, pleasant, and never says no when a teacher, administrator, or student asks him for assistance. Petaluma Junior High School is a great place for students and staff, in part because of his presence and contributions throughout his time at Petaluma Junior High School. The Dick Adams Spirit Award for 2011 goes to Dimitri Papa Georgiakopoulos. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Benretti. Alrighty, and I think our next award is one that's very special to us. We celebrated 2 times, this time with a plaque, but we also have a memorial basketball game every spring in memory of Dan Fager, a wonderful gentleman who worked here. And we're going to have that, the Physical Education Dan Fager Award, by Mr. Brian Tucker.
I'm honored to present this award this year, not just from me, but from the entire physical education department. These students have made themselves noticed through their hard work, their enjoyment of the activities, and their leadership. Not necessarily a loud, outgoing leadership, but often a quiet, understated leadership in class. They've made themselves noticed to all the teachers who have seen them work and have seen their work ethic in class in academic ways as well as in physical effort. But their enjoyment of moving and activity always shines through. This year, as you've heard other teachers say, it's been very difficult to choose. We've had a lot of debate over choosing students with so many hardworking, very conscientious students. Our choices this year for the boy is John Molinar. Our physical education program the best, according to us, is Nicolina Pedersen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker, and thank you for honoring Mr. Dan Fager, a wonderful gentleman and teacher at this school. At this time, I would like to invite one of our students up for the farewell speech, and that is Samantha Lemos. Samantha Lemos, please.
These past years have only been the beginnings, going from school to school, place to place, and person to person, but now we have finally made it. We are now promoting from 8th grade at junior high. We have all come from different schools, different backgrounds, and different families, and we all merged into one school, the Petaluma Junior High. These 2 years in the junior high have greatly helped the development of our independence, individuality, and uniqueness. The junior high helped us see the differences in the people around us, and it exposed us to a diversifying environment. I believe that we all saw how different and unique everyone really was. Like during Challenge Day last year. We learned how to stop bullying, and we also learned more about our peers and the struggles that each and every one of us has to face or overcome. Whether it was trouble with our parents, friends, or siblings, we can all overcome those things and come out stronger. We have all learned that each of us have our own voice and our own opinion, and now we are able to explore ourselves and learn more about others. High school will give us the opportunity to step outside of our own boundaries and experience what it will be like as responsible adults. Every class in the junior high has taught us something that we will use in life, some tool or skill that will help us in the future. In the end, what each person takes away from the junior high is different, but the main thing that we will always remember is how much we have grown. When we look back to when we started 7th grade, we were like deer in front of headlights. Everything was new and unfamiliar. But we learned and we grew, and we adapted to this school. But now we must adapt again. When we leave the junior high, we will face new challenges, but I know that we will be ready, because Petaluma Junior High not only educated us in our classes, but mentally prepared us so that we will, someday, become mature and conscious adults. No one knows what will happen in the future, like where this economy will take us, or what the world will be like, or even what will happen in our day-to-day lives. But we do know one thing, that we will be the graduating high school class of 2015.
I would like to publicly recognize and thank Mr. Mike Forney, math teacher, Ms. Robin Chase, science, Ms. Connie Peabody, Spanish, and Mr. Steve Rosati, custodian. For over 100 years combined service with Petaluma Junior High School and the community. Congratulations. Additionally, it was 8 years ago that Dr. Greta Vigay came to Petaluma. And in those years, she has served a very successful tenure as our superintendent. Greta, on behalf of the Petaluma Junior High School and our school community, please join me in recognizing her service and accomplishments. Thank you, Dr. Vigay. Now at this point, we're going to go up to the reason we are here, to give you your promotion certificates. So we're going to just take one moment to set up, if you'll bear with us.
Will the first row stand and approach the podium? Samantha Lamas.
Ella Abeli Imen.
Henry Lane.
Josie Anderson Nestor.
Yuku Lang.
Haley Alejo.
Shauna Larson.
Angel Hero.
Dale Lenhart.
Denise Aragon.
Work. Victoria Leone.
Guadalupe Arango.
Cassandra Laporte.
Miguel Arango Amador.
Michael Lett.
Connor Armstrong.
Angel Reedy.
Matthew Ashlock.
Kelly Lewis.
Jordan Bacon.
Simon Lindsay.
Kathy Badley.
Christine Lopez.
Peter Baldwin.
Luis Lopez Ortiz.
Danielle Balestrini.
Ryan
Vincente Balestreri.
Please be seated. Next row, please stand and approach the podium. Bailey Mack.
Anthony Baraha.
Justin Mark.
Nick Belfay.
Logan Manchester.
Robert Vila.
Isabella Martin.
Alex Benkorak.
Jordan Marvin Battersby.
Eric Bergstead.
Jordan Massey.
Liza Bernard.
Shane Maxwell.
Caitlin Bianchi.
Joshua Majewski.
Benny B.
Nikki McClintock.
Katie Biscuits.
Stephen McCloskey.
Logan Bacchioni.
Alyssa McClure.
Morgan Gray.
Kelly McFadden.
Katie Brewer.
Jody McKay Farrell.
Megan Brown.
Lily Medeiros.
Megan Buck.
Please be seated. Next row, please stand and approach the podium. Mason Medley.
Harmony Bullock.
Madeline Mason.
Liam Burton.
Luke Mello.
Dorothy Bizarre.
Fernand Mercado.
Mariano Cabrera.
Jason Menton.
Octavio Calvillo.
Guadalupe Mesa Solero.
Carlene Campbell.
Daniel Miller.
Tanya Carreno.
Lucas Minor.
Eric Castellanos Vasquez.
John Molinari.
Carly Cosbrick.
Miriam Monreal Rodriguez.
Mary Ellen Surf.
Emma Morgan.
Noemi Cervantes.
Robert Mueller.
Sophia Champo.
Bridger Monk.
Johnny Chavez.
Isabella Murphy.
Angelita Cheetah.
Please be seated. Next row, please stand and approach the podium. Zach Masivian.
Emily Cheetah.
Lucas Myron.
Tanner Chestnut.
Mia Noren.
Isabella Sorelli.
Maricela Hernandez.
Gerardo Cisneros.
Angel Ochoa Juarez.
Anaí Cisneros Vasquez.
Christopher Odetto.
Liana Clary.
Ty O'Donnell.
Eustacia Cooper.
Jessica O'Hanlon.
Simone Parado.
Karina Ornelas Lozano.
Yasmin Cruz Amador.
Laura Orozco Jacinto.
Jesus Cruz Lopez.
Yahaira Ortega Huerta.
Max Drysdale.
Juan Ortiz.
Catherine Cummings.
Matthew O'Sullivan.
Rowan Cunningham.
Christian Ott.
Dan Kearns.
Please be seated. And with the next row, please stand and approach. Philip Pentazis.
Jackie Cebulski.
Demetrius Papageorgikopoulos.
Boris Davenport.
Noah Paravicini.
Jordan Day.
Sabrina Paredes.
Lucas DeYoung.
Mia Perelius.
Jonathan De La Torre.
Emily Paredo.
Hadley Deardorff.
Elena Paul.
Megan McCoy.
Bella Pavlova.
Jessica Delaney.
Ashley Pearson.
Mario Delpini.
Nicolina Peterson.
Nicholas D. Martin.
Daniel Pereira.
Lucy Martini.
Lela Parabolaris.
Connor Dennison.
Mary Pierce.
Mike Devin Tugsy.
Pierre.
Zonia Diaz.
Please be seated. Next row, please stand and approach the podium. Rachel Pinata.
Keelan Jober.
Dylan Plumtree.
Fiona DeMur. Christopher Drew. Dominic Duca.
Madison Pachetti.
Tanner Durham.
Charwinder Purowa.
Connie E.
Yusuf Fawazi.
Jeremy Eckhoff.
Kaylin Quinn.
Jocelyn Edmondson.
Ben Quickfire.
Genevieve Edwards.
Rachel Rossi.
Audrey Elias.
Sydney Redford.
Diego Escobar.
Joey Reed.
Nevi Yusuf.
Nicole Reed.
David Evans.
Orlando James Torres.
Shelby Ovenet.
Miley Russell. And Robert Reddick. Please be seated. And next row, please approach the podium. Taylor Richardson.
Logan Phelan.
Lisette Rico Caballero.
Francesca Cardoni.
Sarah Renfro.
Leanna Fletcher.
Anthony Rossi.
Keith Fontano.
Yesenia Saragun.
Jeremy Ford.
Sherry Sanchez.
Kevin Fowler.
Ben Sanderson.
Nicole Critters.
Yasmin Santiago Ventura.
Delaney Fry.
Yulisa Santos.
Austin Gabbard.
Matthew Jackson.
Clay Gallagher.
Wyatt Draper.
Paige Gallagher.
Jerry Kimikowski.
Kelly Dalton.
Riley Scott.
Andrea Garcia.
Allison Shannon.
Lily Garcia.
Please be seated. And with the next row, please stand and approach the podium. Carolina Sedano.
Nathan Earhart.
Rylan Sepet.
Hannah Hirangelli.
Benjamin Seymour.
Samantha Geis.
Jared Shaheen.
Natalie Gilmore. Taylor Glasgow.
Shannon.
Alma Gomez Carrillo.
Lena Sheridan.
Fabian Gonzalez.
Kelsey Shoemaker.
Sophia Gonzalez.
Austin Sides.
Paul Gregorian.
Kelsey Sides.
Brianna Riscoviak.
Francisco Silva Carrero.
Mike Brooks.
Nina Singh.
Hector Gutierrez.
Thomas Soroy.
Arturo Guzman.
Hannah Slot.
Brian Guzman.
Nicole Smith. Please be seated. Next row, please stand and approach the podium. Todd Somerville.
Sophia Hager.
Austin Souza.
Melissa Hale.
Jason Spalletta.
Kevin Hall.
Andrew Spring.
Kylie Hall.
Ellie Stark.
Haley Hankins.
Kristen Steffen.
Kelsey Harrigan.
Olivia Stewart.
Maura Hassan.
Mason Stokes.
Holly Hay.
Tyler Stretch.
Rafael Aquera.
Tyler Sullivan.
Olivia Henry.
Rhonda Swanson.
Julio Hernandez.
Claire Simon.
Caleb Hess.
Brittany Tamani.
Taylor Hess.
Brandon Target.
Kylie Hill.
Please be seated. Next row, please stand and approach the podium. Janet Seaguard.
Samantha Hogan.
Clayton T.
Jamie Holden.
Christopher Temple.
Sarah Holden.
Gregory Thomas.
Jake Holmes.
Maddie Thomas.
Julian Honey.
Sarah Thomas.
Shelby Horner.
Emily Trinidad.
Paige Hoskins Needleman.
Danielle Ulrich.
Rafael Huerto Perez.
Celeste Van Houten.
Garrett Hughes.
Maria Vargas Galindo.
Max Hyde.
Madeline Wagner.
Ben Elmarini.
Charles Walker.
Constance Jones.
Spencer Waters Alejandro.
Dylan Jones.
Eleanor Weed.
Kara Jones.
please be seated. Next row, please stand and approach the podium.
Go, Jordan!
Gabriel Wentz.
Michael Juarez.
Joseph Wurzburger.
Valerie Kaprainer.
Ashley West.
Julia Kiefer.
Johnny White.
Taylor Kerrigan.
Jordy Wilkinson.
Kathleen King.
Brady Wilson.
Nicholas Clapp.
Lisa Winters.
Mia Clint.
Haley Whittington.
Tommy Kennisburg.
Conrad Woodhoff.
Kennedy Kreger.
Elizabeth Warner.
Joelle Chris.
Alexander Wilson.
Matthias Kuhn-Pinkman.
Abby Wilson. William Price. Hannah Yee. And Ben Tippett. To the last row, please be seated.
All right, this year, one time for the entire class of 2011. Congratulations. Well done. Well deserved, absolutely well deserved. Superintendent Begay, I certify that these assembled students have successfully completed the requisite requirements and course of study prescribed by the California State Board of Education to qualify them for promotion to the 9th grade, and at this time present them to you for your acceptance. Dr. Begay.
Good afternoon. Before I accept this class, I have a few words to say, and that is congratulations to all of you. We're very proud of all of your accomplishments, and we wish you all the best as you move to 9th grade. One thing I would like you to remember is when you move to high school, pay attention to what is out there and what's available to you, and get involved. Involve yourself in clubs, in sports, in extracurricular activities, as well as courses that are of interest to you. The more you get involved and the more you take advantage of when you get to high school, the more you enjoy it. So remember for me. And now, there are a lot of people in this auditorium that have helped get to where you are today. They have supported you and helped you to be the successful students that you are today. So please join me in thanking your parents, guardians, and family and friends that are here today. Parents, guardians, friends, here you are supporting your students as they move to 9th grade. My message for you is to please encourage you to please stay involved. This is your children as they get older need your involvement in school more than ever. So don't shy away from high school. Get involved in parent organizations, school site councils, bilingual advisory committees, and in supporting school activities at the school. It's proven that the more you're involved, the more success your students will achieve. So please do stay involved. And now, by the authority vested in me by the Petaluma City Schools Board of Education, I hereby accept the class of 2011 for promotion. Congratulations.
Congratulations, freshmen. And it looks like the sun has come out right on time. At this time, I'd like to invite the parents and guardians that up on top in the multi-purpose room. We have some sheet cakes up there for you and just a little bit of a social if you want to go up there and visit, take some snapshots. But this time I want to and let you know that we are done here. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.